Cocaine Bear, released as Crazy Bear in some countries, is a 2023 American horror comedy film directed by Elizabeth Banks and written by Jimmy Warden. It is loosely inspired by the true story of the Cocaine Bear, an American black bear that ingested nearly 75 pounds, 34 kilograms, of lost cocaine. It stars Keri Russell, O'Shea Jackson Jr., Christian Convery, Alden Ehrenreich, Brooklyn Prince, Isaiah Whitlock Jr., Margot Martindale, and Ray Liotta. The film is dedicated to Liotta, who died in May 2022. Cocaine Bear was theatrically released in the United States on February 24, 2023, by Universal Pictures. The film received mixed to positive reviews from critics and has grossed $86 million worldwide. Keri Russell as Sorry, Alden Ehrenreich as Eddie, O'Shea Jackson Jr. as David, Ray Liotta as Sid, Isaiah Whitlock Jr. as Bob, Brooklyn Prince as Dee, Christian Convery as Henry, Margot Martindale as Ranger Liz, Jesse Tyler Ferguson as Peter, Christopher Hibju as Olaf, Christopher, Hannah Hoekstra as Elsa, Iola Smart as Officer Reba, Aaron Holiday as Kid, Statch, J.B. Moore as Vest, Leo Hanna as Ponytail, Kyun Kim as Beth, Scott Cease as Tom, Matthew Reese as Andrew Thornton. In 1985, drug smuggler Andrew C. Thornton II drops a shipment of cocaine from his plane. He attempts to parachute out with a drug-filled duffel bag, but knocks himself unconscious on the doorframe, causing him to fall to his death. His body lands in Knoxville, Tennessee, where he is identified by Bob, a local detective. He concludes that the cocaine is likely from St. Louis drug kingpin Sid White, and the remainder is missing. Meanwhile, in the Chattahoochee, Oconee National Forest, an American black bear eats some of the cocaine, becoming highly aggressive and attacking two hikers, Elsa and Olaf, killing the former. In northeast Georgia, middle schooler Dee lives with her mother, Nurse Sorry. Dee skips school with her best friend Henry in order to paint a picture of the falls in the forest. On the trail to the falls, the pair finds a lost brick of cocaine and ingest some before they are attacked by the bear. The bear attacks, sending Peter stumbling through a pile of cocaine and slashing Liz in the process. Attracted to a cocaine-coated Peter, the bear kills him, ignoring Henry. Sorry and Henry flee deeper into the forest, and Liz sends for help. In St. Louis, Sid sends his fixer, David, to recover the remaining cocaine. David travels to Georgia with Eddie, Sid's son, who has grown depressed following the death of his wife and has abandoned his own son. They arrive in Georgia, as does Bob. At the forest station, David gets into a fight with the Duchamps gang, three delinquents who cause trouble in the forest. After David beats them, one of the members, Statch, agrees to take David and Eddie to recover some of the cocaine he stashed in a gazebo. Liz arrives back at the station, pursued by the bear. Liz accidentally kills Ponytail, one of the Duchamps, before the bear slaughters Vest, the other one. Paramedics Beth and Tom arrive and collect Liz after a brief skirmish with the bear. They leave with Liz in an ambulance, but the bear pursues and jumps into the vehicle. In the ensuing chaos, Tom is killed by the bear, while Liz falls out of the ambulance and is dragged to death on the road. Beth loses control of the ambulance and crashes into a tree, causing her to fly through the windshield to her death. Sorry and Henry discover that Dee left them a trail of paint, which they use to track her. David and Eddie are taken to the gazebo, but find Bob there with the stashed duffel of cocaine. The bear appears, but Bob distracts it with the bag of coke. Bob is suddenly shot fatally by Sid, who reveals that he is under pressure by his superiors to retrieve the cocaine. Sorry and Henry find a mourning Olaf, who leads them to Dee's hiding place, the bear's cave containing its two cubs, revealing that the bear is a mother. Olaf leaves and is killed by the bear. Sid, Eddie, and David find the cave, which leads out to a ledge behind the falls. The bear returns to the cave. Sorry, Henry, and Dee jump into the water below to safety, followed by Eddie and David, who have chosen to quit the drug business together, and they all survive. However, Sid refuses to leave the bag of cocaine found in the cave. He shoots and wounds the bear but is unsuccessful in killing it and is disemboweled by the bear and her cubs. Later, Statch hitchhikes to New York with a duffel bag of cocaine, while Eddie, accompanied by David and Bob's dog, reunites with his son. As of April 16, 2023, Cocaine Bear had grossed $64.4 million in the United States and Canada, and $21.6 million in other territories, for a worldwide total of $86 million. In the United States and Canada, Cocaine Bear was released alongside Jesus Revolution and was initially projected to gross $15 to $20 million. From 3,534 theaters in its opening weekend. The film made $8.7 million on its first day, including $2 million from Thursday night previews. It went on to debut to $23.1 million, finishing second behind holdover Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. The film finished in third place in its sophomore weekend with $11 million, dropping 54%, which was noted as a very good hold for a genre film in its third weekend. The film finished in fifth place with $6.2 million. On the review aggregator website Rotten Tomatoes, 68% of 296 critics' reviews are positive, with an average rating of June 1, 10. The website's consensus reads, despite Cocaine Bear's half-baked plot and uneven acting, the titular fur fiend's scene-snorting frenzy will give B-movie enthusiasts a contact high. Metacritic, which uses a weighted average, assigned the film a score of 54 out of 100, based on 58 critics, indicating mixed or average reviews. Audiences polled by CinemaScore gave the film an average grade of B, on an A+ to F scale, while those polled by PostTrack gave it an 80% positive score, with 67% saying they would definitely recommend it. Richard Roper of the Chicago Sun-Times gave the film 3/4 stars, describing it as a wildly entertaining and darkly hilarious B-movie bloodfest and genuinely well-crafted horror. In a same-star review, ReelViews reviewer James Berardinelli called it 95 minutes of escapist fare. Although he criticized the number of characters, subplots, and pacing, he concluded that the film was silly but not stupid. 36. Likewise, Christy Lemire of RogerEbert.com criticized the characters, but her review was also overall positive. She noted that the film was not that profound, but it is an incredible blast, especially if you have the benefit of seeing director Elizabeth Banks' insanely violent comedy/thriller with a packed crowd. The Observer film critic Mark Kermode rated the film 3/5, saying it may not be Grizzly Man meets Scarface, but it leaves snakes on a plane standing on the runway. Writing for CBC.ca, Eli Glasner found the film disappointing, writing, "Does the bear roar? Does it live up to the hype? Does it fulfill the potent promise of that amazing title? Technically yes, but there's a wide chasm between what the audience wants Cocaine Bear to be and what it delivers." In a negative review, Nicholas Barber of BBC criticized the human characters and their interactions. He wrote, "Instead of showing us the moment when the title character discovered and ingested the drugs, the film keeps introducing more and more characters who could have been in the first draft of a Coen Brothers script.